Hey, good Wednesday to you and welcome to the 3-Minute Bridge. We are in James chapter 4, verse 11, and verses 11 and 12. James is going to address this idea of judging other people, speaking against them. Let's see what he says in verse 11 today. Do not speak against one another, brethren. That is the word speak against. Some of your translations will have slander there. It literally means to speak against. He who speaks against their brother or judges his brother. So he moves from just generalized slander, speaking against someone, to a more specific kind of slander, which is speaking against them and judging them to others. Whoever slanders or judges his brother speaks against the law and judges the law. But if you judge the law, you are not a doer of the law, but a judge of it. And we will deal with this whole verse and more in depth, certainly this Sunday morning. But for today, I just want us to take as simple and straightforward approach to this as possible. Sometimes that's just what we need. Now, granted, there are some kinds of judgment that are allowable biblically, some other kinds of judgment. But let's just stay with what James is clearly speaking of here is not a kind of judgment that's allowed, right? He is speaking about a judgment that has to do with speaking against someone in judgment to another person. And so how can we just take that straightforward this way? Look, God said, don't do that. He said, don't do it. Now, let's cross the bridge. Maybe I don't need an in-depth word study of Greek words right here. Maybe I just need to take note of this simple truth, right? God said, don't speak against others. Don't judge anyone in this kind of ungodly kind of judgment. Don't judge anyone in this way. Now, I just needed to take that. Sometimes I just need to not complicate things and take God's word for what it says and submit to it and obey it and stop judging other people. Now, just imagine this. What if I never, how would this be for you in your life? What kind of change would this mean in your life? What if you never judged another person in this way again? I mean, you just walked through every day of your life like that, right? You just got up and made that a priority and just prayed this prayer. Lord, help me not judge anyone today. Now, it doesn't take long to do that. You say, well, there's a lot more to the Christian life than just that. You want me to pray that every day. Look, it doesn't take long to do that. I timed that earlier. It took 3.2 seconds for me to pray, Lord, please help me not to judge anyone today. Man, that would be so transforming for some of us and would free us up for a lot of good that God has for us to do, both with our thought life and with our words. Can you imagine walking through the rest of your life not judging, letting go, turning away from that critical spirit? And when we do that, we will absolutely cross the bridge from God's word into our daily lives. Now look, let's go do it. Look, let's don't pretend. Look, none of us are any better than anyone else. So let's not pretend that we are and put ourselves in that place. God says, don't do this. So go and don't do that and enjoy your Wednesday. Take care. See you.